All right. Hey, gang, Jamie Aston. And a lot of you all have seen my videos on the Tracker Heritage boat. I can't seem to get my time to edit these videos for my review, but I've had this boat since March 1st, 2018. I think I am more than qualified and ready to give a review on this boat. So let me try to see if I can't set the phone on the tripod again and start the review process. Let's see. That's the stuff with doing things live and it's on the wing. All right, I know that you all can probably already see some new things on the boat that doesn't look stock. So we're gonna go over some new additions, um, nuances with the boat, and what I overall think about this package. I have a smile on my face, so ultimately, yes, I think it's still a good deal. I'm happy with my Bass Tracker boat. So it's gonna be a fairly positive review, but it's gonna be a rational review as well. See if I think I'm gonna drag you all around a little bit. I'll try to be as steady as I can. Um, so number one, we added a Bass motor cover, Bass Pro Shops. It was only $39 plus a 20% discount. I think made like $32. So that was a good addition. You all can already see this. Don't mind these green towels. I'll tell you why I have those there later on. But we have a Bimini top on the boat. A lot of times you don't see that on the bass boat, but this is not only a bass boat; it's just a fun boat. So I have my dog out there with me a lot, and I wanted to make sure I had a space for her. Originally, I thought I could let her get into a little cubby, but that thing gets really, really hot, and she likes to hide under the steering wheel when it gets hot as well. But day for me and my wife, one day we were fishing for catfish, and it was so doggone hot. So, hey, what's up, Josh? So, it was nice to have it on here. We'll pop it up and show you all how it looks as well. Let's go ahead and move to the front. I don't have any seats on it because personally, I fish alone a lot. It's just me and my dog, so I never take that back seat. And when I fish, I usually stand up and down. But what I did on the front was we had this butt seat right here, and with the power pole. This package overall was $100, $80 for the pole, $20 for the seat. I think that's with the discount as well. Maybe it was a little less with the discount for the pole, but it's been a great addition to the boat. Sorry for the wind noise if you don't have it. Let's look at the back of the boat. Um, we added the ratcheting straps to this boat because the strap that came with the boat were garbage. So this has been excellent to have on the boat. It makes out launching and getting this thing strapped back up extremely fast. And, it's a good investment. You all need to get some. Doesn't matter what brand. I think they're all made by the same company. Bass Pro and Cabela's, everyone just sticks a different sticker on their Reese, but they all look the same. Um, for our transducer, we put a transducer block on here so we can run our Garmin, and this is also the Hook 3, but we're going to be replacing that Hook 3 soon enough. For the transom, I forgot what this thing is called, I'm sorry. Um, Motor saver, motor toter. um, we did not use the one that came stock. We put our own up here, and it's worked out as well. Look, no moon hubcaps. Yeah, we're one of the ones, like many people, who lost those moon hubcaps. Since I lost them, I stopped buying them. I stopped using them. The dealer actually bought me some more, but I haven't put them on yet. I really want them to look nice and be on the boat, but hopefully the new ones are fixed. I haven't even picked the new ones up. What I also need to pick up was that not only did I lose a steering wheel cap, wheel cap, but I lost this wheel cap. And I'm not the only one. If you go to Bass Resource, you'll see that someone else lost their steering wheel cap. So the dealer ordered me a new one of these. When you're trailering this boat down the street, one of the things I always hate to see was the seats just popping up. They just flip flopped around. And then one of the main reasons why I hate to see that is because the seats are on this little plastic base. So, and it's only held in by 4 screws. I've taken up the seat before. What I did was added a strap. So I have this strap right here. If you modify kayaks a lot, you have this bungee laying around like I do. There. This keeps the seat from bouncing around when I'm towing the trailer. It's been an excellent addition to do. A lot of people have seen my fishing rods. I put one back here, holder, and I put one up here. I've had some people come in to say, "Oh, you're not gonna like that. That's gonna get in the way when you cast." I don't do wild casting, so I've never, hit my fishing rods or got tangled up. So me having 7 foot rods or anything in this guy has never ever been an issue. But your miles may vary. I do use this. A lot of times I'll tote my uh, rods like this, a few of the rods, and I'll use a rod bag, and sometimes I'll just lay it back lengthwise, laying the rods back in that direction actually works out really, really well. Put these little Scotty rod holders on the side. And this is just for the base. I use a lot of Scotty stuff because of kayaking and everything, but with this, I can just put those same rod holders up so when we're fishing for catfish or anything like that. I modified the navigation lights that came on the boat. Navigation lights that came on the boat were just a little pole. Let me show you all what I did to it. I took that little pole and I turned it to this. So my navigation lights are now all LED. I have headlights on them. Um, it still works the same way. I just plug it in. I have buttons on there for the spotlights, and I still retain the deck light. One of the things I also did was added wireless to it so I can turn my headlights on with a remote from my console. So this thing still works like stock, but it has advanced features. The only thing I used was the pole. I think that's the only thing I used in their base for the wiring, you know. I fish a lot at night. A lot of time when I go out. So yeah, the bass still bite at night. Yes, they do. The fish finder that came on the boat was the Lowrance Hook 3. And I'm going to tell you all just right now, I said it before, but I'll say it again. That thing is garbage. I still have it. And in fact, I bought a Lowrance, one of their entry level, the new ones. And I found the same as the Hook 3, just rebranded in landscape. And the only advancements were that it had an automatic night. No, it wasn't even automatic. You could set the night mode, which would change the color. What I did find, um, don't buy a Lowrance fish finder unless you start the 299 version. Any of the Lowrance models that have an X in the name are garbage. Period. Any of them with the X. So they have the 4X, they have the 5X, right? And they also have the 5. So you would think if the 5 is lower than the 5X, but that's not true. The 5X actually has maps, it has a totally different operating system, and it runs flawlessly. I think that's one of the best deals out there on the fish finder, actually. The Lowrance 5X starting off. But me personally, I use Garmin fish finders. I use a Garmin Echo Map on the console, and I use a Garmin Striker on the bow, and I put my Hook 3 right there. So yeah, I'm running three fish finders. The real reason I'm running three fish finders is because if I'm at the bow of the boat, I have full control. But if I'm at the um, on the rear deck, I can't really see the fish finder that's on the console, and that's the one that's reading behind you anyhow. So I put this one on there. I'll turn that one off, and I'll just at least look and see the depth and things like that. You know, that's really what you're looking for. For me, some of you all saw. Let's see here. I'm running three batteries. We have our standard interstate trolling motor battery. We have our cranking battery. And what I did was, I don't think I'm going to take the cover off. This is a Minn Kota Power Center. I just had it, so I continued to use it. But I went and bought the same battery that they had so that I can run, if I really need a full day where I need the trolling motor, I can run in parallel and hook both of these motors up together and get a ton of juice for that trolling motor. The thing is, I've never had an issue where I run out of battery with my trolling motor. So this thing runs the electronics only. Trolling motor by itself, cranking battery by itself, and this battery runs all electronics, lights, and things like that. So I'm not worried about power ever. I'm using a Pro Mariner Pro Sport 20 plus battery charger, and this puppy, you know, it keeps everything going. My dog chasing the cat. I thought I was gonna update the gas tank, and yet it's still in here. I'm not update the gas tank. Um, I've never really run out of gas. This thing gets pretty good on gas miles per fishing trip. I do still carry a spare tank, and the honest truth, I've used a spare tank more so for days where I wanted to run out so fast that I didn't want to stop and get gas. So this spare tank is actually come in handy for me, not only on the boat but on the vehicle too. Oh shoot! I don't know if you all can see this. This is kind of interesting. I haven't seen this before. This is my first time, but this little thing seemed like it's a little loose. I have to look at this. We have some grease coming out. That thing is greasier than it's ever been. So I'm gonna have to show it to. I know it's probably regular maintenance. I don't know if I'm gonna just put it on track or I don't. Yeah, it's been leaking down here too. You see that dirt show? Um, it's kind of interesting. I just caught that now, but I don't like that. You know, I felt something steering kind of different. The last time I was steering with it, it felt really loose. And it's probably why. And if I'm losing hydraulic fluid like that, I just wonder how long it's been. I'm going to have to take a look at that. See? Live reviews, unscripted, little nuances. Oh, all right. Going up to the bow of the boat. Some of you all see a little pole. A lot of ideas. I'm gonna go ahead and connect my fish finders real quick. So let's just connect the front. So I'm using Garmin Striker on the bow, and what that pole is for me, it allows my fish finder to be in that position. Or in that position. So I can stand up and use my fish finder and control it, or I can keep it down low either way if I wanted to. With this setup, if I chose to, I could remove the pole entirely just put the fish finder in there. So it just all depends on what you want to do with it. I continue to use the pole though, so I'm gonna put that thing back in the way I had it, because I mean it's just so versatile using it like that. Never had an issue. I could easily upgrade it to a different fish finder, which I plan on doing anyhow. Trouble with the boat. I have carpet issues with my boat, and I'll show you all. I'm still waiting for Tracker to give some type of solution on this. But on the edges, the carpet started to pull up right here. And it did the same thing on this side, and it did the same thing down here. They're kind of minor in a sense, but if that's already started, could the carpet just start to completely come up from the deck? At first, I started just pressing it down, but it didn't fix it. It just only got worse. Start coming up a little bit more. So, what they're trying to determine right now, if they want to pull the whole carpet up, or do they just want to try to use a syringe and some glue and stick it underneath the carpet? I'll leave that fish finder up there. I sure did. The trolling motor. Some people say that the trolling motor is underpowered. They can't wait to upgrade it. It's a Minn Kota Edge. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. I think it works as designed. The thing is that it goes slow until you put it in five. So it's not really a real variable speed at all. You're either going, slowly trolling on a nice calm day on the lower levels, or if it's windy, you're in five to fight the wind. I almost upgraded to a power drive last week. I decided not to. It's still on the table, but it with the power drive, it has remote, and with the remote, I don't know. Let's say if the wind's blowing me real fast, I fish the edges a lot. So I mean, with the power drive, it's great if you're trying to hold onto a spot in the middle of the lake. But if you're working a cove, then you're gonna be trying to direct it around with your hands now instead of fishing. Whereas if you're using your foot controller, you could just go. There's been a lot of reviews on the power drive that say the foot controller doesn't work well. Um, so I'm trying to be cheap too. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this. No power poles or talons on the back of my boat. I use anchors whenever I actually need to sit in the spot, or I'll use drift socks. But I haven't had the need for a power pole. It's just trying to keep the boat at the package where it came and keep the upgrades and the features at the same place without just going overboard. I can personally go overboard with things, and I'm trying to fight myself. One of the things about this boat being all aluminum is that it will tarnish, depending on what waters you get in, things like that. So I have cleaned it. And let me show you what I used, because my boat started to get a ring around the edge of it. We use this Starbright cleaner, but the thing is, what it's going to do is going to leave a white film on the boat. It's going to leave a white film, and you're going to be working very hard trying to get that off. So let me tell you how to do it. If you like to detail your car and everything, you already know Never Dull is just excellent stuff. It's good for spot cleaning. What you want to use this if you really want to polish the boat up. Get this stuff right here, mag and aluminum polish, and use power tools. Just go ahead and get the motors, little power ball, put it on the end of a drill, and let it go to work. You can go back with your hands later and just, touch it up or do whatever. But you're going to want to use that, and it'll go quite fast, and it won't be such a pain. Don't pay a boat shop, I don't know, $50 an hour just to detail your boat when you could do it. So let me show you all the position where I got this cover. So I put my Bimini top as far back as I could without it interfering with these cables. I also didn't want it to interfere with the seat. I also didn't want while it was up to interfere with fishing. So I accomplished all of those things. This Bimini top was only 150. It was only 150. So thank you, Wild and free-ish. I like that. Don't it? Sorry about that, you all. I zip tied it and I did this to myself. We won't put the front one on. So I'm going to show you all the clearance that I have while I'm in it. Well, actually, maybe go put it on. All right. Number one, I can still fish from the back very easily. I can still fish from the front. I have a pole. That still fit in. Still got this. Or you can just try that. I've never done that. So the Bimini top has been a no compromise solution for the boat. Um, so in the end, for a $10,000 boat package, the boat is performed just as expected. Other than the little nuances, I haven't had any issues with it. I did a review for Tracker on their surveys or something. I mentioned, I said, I had a little water in the hole and a few other things about the carpet. Tracker immediately called me back and said, or sent a letter in the mail too. Got in contact with the dealer and they started trying to get everything worked out. So Tracker is standing behind their product. Um, and outside of that, the real reason why I started this video is because I'm about to take the boat out. And I don't get a chance to put a lot of stuff on YouTube anymore. So Bree and I are about to go fishing. We're gonna put down and then so maybe we'll start back. Maybe we'll do a live video while we're fishing. But until then, you all, this has been a good package. If you were lucky enough to get one, great. If not, maybe there'll be another one along down the line. Um, it's definitely not something you should regret on. There's always going to be a good boat package whenever you do get one. But we're happy to get ours. Came at the right time. Follow me on Instagram, Jamie Aston, and for any of you all, if you're interested in any Stanley products, Stanley brand coolers, mugs, anything else like that, you can go to our website, stanley-pmi.com. Use my name, Jamie Aston. You can get 30% off your purchase plus free ship. Very, very cool. Coming up, I'm also going to have a giveaway, giving away a Stanley cooler as well as some other gear. So until the next time, you all take care. Thanks for watching. Have any comments, questions, please leave them below. Jamie Aston.